looking for the right present for Christmas. You've been shopping, going to Walmart, Target, the mall, all these places are in this year, maybe even just going online. You've been getting the wrapping paper off the wall, on the shelves, and wrapping and tying bows and doing all that fun stuff. It is just an amazing thing. This year we decided that we were going to give our kids a big present. We're gonna go all out. We're going to get this big present that they're going to love, and they're going to be excited when they see, and they're going to want to jump in. And I know they are. And I got this big old box, this Power Wheels type car that's in there. We bought it. We went to the store. We got it out. Put it in the van. Took it home. And last week I was putting it together so that the kids could have when it's open on Christmas. I didn't want it to be in the box, so I've taken it out, and we have it all ready to go for Christmas. And this got me thinking of one of my favorite gifts. Was the complete opposite of what this was. It wasn't a big old gift. One of my favorite gifts came in a small package. It was a video game in 1994 entitled Troy Aikman Football. I'm a huge Cowboys fan, and I wanted this game real bad. And my parents didn't have a lot of money, and they bit the bullet and they bought it, and they paid a whopping $70 for a video game back in 1994. Today, that is still a lot of money for a video game. So they paid for it, and I got this big game, but it gave me some great memories. It had some big memories. I remember the cost of the video game that my parents sold me. I remember the time that I spent playing the video game, and I remember the name of that video game because there are so many other games that I got that I don't remember I had, and that I probably never played again. And I remember this because it impacted me. It left an impact with me. It left a big impact with me. It was a small gift. It left a big impact. Now, the Bible talks about people who left a big impact on a lot of people's lives, but they weren't necessarily thought of as people that would do big things for God. One of those persons was David. Now, David was the youngest son of all Jesse's sons, and he wasn't really in line for much. After all his brothers and everything, he probably wasn't even thought of any time. And we see that in various occasions of the Bible where people just didn't, think to invite David because he was the last of the sons. He was the youngest of the sons. He was a boy when the prophet Samuel came to his father's house. He had no military experience when he fought and killed Goliath. And he was hunted by King Saul just because Saul was jealous. Now, David was a small package. He wasn't even invited to his father's house. And he wasn't even invited to his father's house. He's like, no, go take care of the sheep. Samuel's coming. We're going to, he's going to look at your brothers, and you just stay there. And he wasn't even invited to the party that they were throwing for Samuel. And then in 1 Samuel 17, David's own brothers, while he's coming to help them bring them food to him and their friends, to his brothers and their friends, he brings them their stuff, and he said, what are you doing here? Get out of here. We don't want you here. He was rejected by his own brothers. Now, even Samuel, when Samuel walks into this house, looks at his older brother Eli, and he says, this is a big package. He says, surely the Lord's anointed stands here before the Lord. And the Lord says this in 2 Samuel 6. But the Lord said to Samuel, do not consider his appearance, for I have rejected him. Now, these packages here, they're shiny. This one's very, very pretty. It has a pretty wrapping. Somebody did a really good job wrapping it. People put bows on these things and spend lots of money and time buffing out all these bows. And these are nice and pretty wrapping paper. But I want to let you know a secret about these gifts. These gifts have nothing in them. There is nothing in these gifts. They are worthless. Other than the wrapping on them, they are worth nothing. The wrapping is more expensive than what's in the present. All of these gifts have nothing in them. there's no value. But I have something small here that I want to show you. It's just a brown paper bag. There's nothing special about this brown paper bag. It's probably a bag that you can get anywhere in any store and pick up. But there's something big inside this bag. Let me show you. You see, there's this big thing in here. Well, there's nothing in those other presents. There's this 8-foot straw in this small bag. This bag doesn't look good. It's not have bows. It's not colorful. It's just brown. As a matter of fact, it looks like it came out of the garbage can. This was not a big bag, but it fit this big 8-foot straw. This 8-foot straw cannot fit in any of these presents in here the way it is. But that bag had an 8-foot magic straw. David was the youngest. He may have not been the first chosen by people, but he was the first chosen by God. He was destined for a life of being a shepherd in the field, but God saw something greater. There was something bigger in this small package of David. There was a bigger faith. How is our faith today? Are we empty? Like these boxes that look very pretty on the outside? Do we spend time on the wrapping paper, but we really don't spend time on what's truly important? How big